Shalom from California. This is Amir, and I have an urgent prayer request, and that has to do with the coming few days here, believe it or not, here in America. Yes, we heard about the terror attack in New York City, but the thing that I wanted to draw your attention to is a drill that the United States Department of Defense is about to conduct on November 4th to November 6th. And I'm talking about an assimilation of an EMP attack, which is the most imminent threat from North Korea. Now, the reason why I'm asking for a prayer request is because this is the weekend I'm planning on having ministry here in the Bay Area. And this EMP assimilation might cause great effect on the entire power grid here in the country. What is going to happen is that they're going to ready the communications interoperability, and we're talking about it across 3,000 counties here in the United States of America. Subsequent, that's not my mother tongue, but at the same time, we're talking about the Antifa plans for civil war to start on November 4th, and it's very interesting that it's on the same day throughout the same weekend. My prayer request is, if possibly, please pray that the ministry will be taking place this weekend uninterruptedly, and also that God will move, but also for my flight back home, because if communications are going to be interrupted, that will create a havoc in airports as well. And I believe there's a possibility for many flights cancellations and stuff like that. Again, the United States Department of Defense is planning a major assimilation drill of an EMP attack on America. The most probable enemy that might do so to America is, of course, North Korea. All it takes is one rocket with that technology that will completely paralyze the United States and bring about the killing of hundreds of millions of people. So my point is, please pray that we will go through this weekend in a relatively peace, and that whatever that drill is going to involve will not affect severely the daily life of the people here. And in my, I would say, selfish angle, that the ministry will not be affected by it. If anything, we hope to see more and more people coming to the two different locations that I'm going to be speaking at. In fact, just so you know, I will be speaking this Friday and Saturday. I'll be speaking in a church in Newark, California. It's called Cedars Church in Newark, California. It's in the Bay Area, and we're talking about 38325 Cedar Boulevard, Newark. It's called Cedars Church, and I'll be speaking there on Friday at 7 p.m. and Saturday we're going to have a 2 p.m. and a 7 p.m. services. Please come if you can. And also on Sunday we're going to be in a different place, and that will be what we call Good News Family Fellowship in 6500 Dublin Boulevard, Dublin, California. That will be at 10 a.m. followed by a 12 p.m. services. So please, if you are in this area, please show up. I'm going to be speaking about the day is approaching, and we're going to analyze what is it, the day of the Lord that is approaching. What is it for the believers? What is it for the non-believers? And I will also be speaking about the Middle East in Bible prophecy, and we're going to analyze the past. What is the Middle East? You know, the word Middle East doesn't even appear in the Bible. It's a new modern term to that part of the world. We're going to talk about the Middle East in the past, in the present, right now, and of course, what's going to happen there in the future. So please show up to both Newark and Dublin this weekend for these services. But again, if you cannot make it, if you live elsewhere, all around the world, I would appreciate if you pray that this weekend will go smoothly, because again, two big things are awaiting America right now for this weekend. One is the Antifa, the anti-fascist, whatever, or movement that is more of a pro-pedophile movement than anything else. They are planning on a massive rioting that will usher in a civil war to basically bring about the change of regime in the country. They are heavily funded by billionaires like Soros and others, and this is the last push in the many attempts to replace a government that they don't like. Apart from that, again, the United States Department of Defense is about to conduct a drill that they don't want the public to know about, because that will obviously bring about much panic. But the drill is about to assimilate an EMP attack on America, which is the most credible threat right now from North Korea. So again, please pray that this weekend will go smoothly. Regarding Israel and the Middle East, remember a couple days ago I reported the situation with the tunnel that we just destroyed, that came all the way across from Gaza into the Israeli territory. I've got some new information about it. Apparently, they managed to go all the way into the Israeli territory, but they were not yet able to open the pier on the Israeli side. And 5 more terrorists are still missing, and apparently they are on the Israeli side already, and which brings the death toll to more than 14. And Israel is expecting an attempt to retaliate from the Islamic Jihad. We are ready. We already told them that should they do that, they will expect a heavy response from our side, because they are those who violated our sovereignty and not anything else. But I do want you to know that they're very panicky right now, because they realize that we just discovered most likely 90% of all of their tunnels with the same technology that we discovered this one. This one we destroyed because it was already in our territory. And once it crossed into our territory, it is impossible for us not to react. But all the rest of the tunnels that are being worked on right now, they're still on their side. They haven't managed to cross under the ground to our side, so we cannot really do anything about it. But now they are very frustrated, because all the millions and millions they poured into those tunnels goes for nothing. If anything, it becomes their cemetery, because once we detect that it crossed into our side, we destroy them. And if anyone is there, he's dead. So again, be prayerful for this weekend. It's a tense weekend in the Middle East. It's a tense weekend here in America. And I will keep you updated if there's something that you need to know. But again, the point of this Facebook Live is to ask for your prayers, because again, these two events, the Antifa riots as well as the EMP drill, are going to take place during this weekend. Now, I never plan on being here during those dates because of those events, but I happen to be here, and it's going to be interesting. I've been to, every time I come to America, something happens, and it's kind of interesting to me. Ever since 9/11, when I was in New York, until now, I saw so many terrible things that happened here. And we need to pray. We need to pray. I'm here in San Francisco, and last night I went to bed probably at 7 p.m. A, because I was tired, but B, because I didn't want to just even think about what was going on in the streets during the Halloween parade and all of that. But just as in the days of Noah, we see that wickedness and ungodliness is all over. And we need to build our ark. We need to build our ark because, and the world will really ridicule us for building our ark. And they don't understand, how come you're not taking part of all the fun in this world? Well, we need to build our ark because we need to go in. Because soon the flood will come and we will be taken out of here. And the ark, if you remember, was plastered with, in the Hebrew, it's kofar, and it's from the same word of atonement. So atonement, the blood of atonement, is the thing that protects us, protect our ark. And it's the thing also that will cause us to escape judgment. Just as the angel of God passed over the houses of the Israelites because he saw the blood, judgment will not be upon us because of the blood. And so I urge you to pray during this weekend like never before for the events in Israel, in America, and all around the world. Thank you. God bless you. Please share this video. It's important that people all around the world, I'm talking about the saints, all around the world will pray. This is super important. So God bless you all. Be prayerful, be watchful, and be ready. God bless. Bye-bye.